my go-to face on. And they can't chat when
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey folks, I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets.
The traffic in New York City making its way back and forth between Manhattan and the borough of Brooklyn. Our setting tonight. From Brooklyn, New York, and the home of the Nets, we're broadcasting live from Barclays Center. Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. And do we have a present for you today? I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. The Nets will look to their home court advantage, just one game here in Brooklyn. They've been playing very well lately. It's been 4 wins for them in their last 5 games.
And right now for Brooklyn, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Brogdon out there with Murray. And there's Davis. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Allen in at the 5 down low.
Well, he was the 6th pick in the draft not too long ago, Jamal Murray, and started slowly, which can happen for a lot of young guys. Shooting percentages were down, turnovers up, but everybody knew he could still shoot.
Brown wide open. He fires. No good on the triple.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Murray against Conley. Brogdon kicks to Allen. Murray surveying the D. Good defense by Jokic. And Clark discussing Murray. This is a guy with truly deep range.
Yeah, in the gym range, Kevin, and his shooting motion stays consistent no matter where he shoots the ball from. I think his best trait, shooting the ball, is one that every team craves.
The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
Another way that Jokic keeps pressure on the defense is that he can spray home a few threes if you don't keep an eye on it.
Allen outside. On the wing, Davis. He's defended by Randall. Just 5 to shoot. A fadeaway. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Boy, they ran the offense well to get this look. Even though he missed it, I think they liked the shot.
Tatum against Barnes. Over in the corner, Conley. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
You know what? It's a fine line between attacking but yet staying under control, and they did, and that's why they shot such a high percentage.
Yeah, they pushed the pace, and typically you get high-quality shots when you do that. I thought they were terrific all game, Greg.
Here's Davis. 17 points in his last outing. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play.
It's nice to see when Brogdon doesn't settle for the layup, instead going in there to finish with power. You know, going into the last season, many thought the Pacers were in rebuild mode, but ended up 5th in the East with a fantastic season and strong finish. Saying they overachieved doesn't even begin to describe their season. I think they surprised everybody.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity.
Now here's Tatum. Pass to Brogdon. Shot clock at 6. Murray for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Murray's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Barnes against Tatum. Barnes outside. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And the strength of Barnes right there helps him in a big way. I mean, even when he gets hit, he powers his way through it.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And here's Brogdon from the arc. That shot is off. Conley scanning the floor. Right through the D for the layup. Conley's got his second basket. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 6-point. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star.
Basketball, like passion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Aggressive rebounding in that first quarter. That's what's given them the advantage.
Boy, the ferocity on the glass, really impressive, and they're not backing up at all, not giving an inch on the boards.
Conley out there with Jaylen Brown. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Randall in at the 4. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Brooklyn. 6-point lead. Get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Now here's Barnes. Here's Randall. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Clark, you were drafted 8th overall by the Indiana Pacers. Do you have any indication that you were going to be their pick in particular, that you were going to go in that slot? Was there any kind of inkling at all?
No, I only visited with teams drafting 4 through 7. Talked to the Chicago Bulls, the Dallas Mavericks, and I read some of the reports about where I was projected. But you know what? Once you get past the first or second, sometimes the top 3 picks in a draft, you really don't know who's going where after that. So I was fortunate. I landed in a good spot.
Right.
And Indianapolis was a good place for me and Rosie to be as I started my NBA career.
It sure was. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey guys, well, some have nicknamed center Nikola Jokic the Joker, and he does have a lighthearted approach. He said, "This is not a job. I'm enjoying the game like a game of pickup basketball in my hometown. That's the mentality. No pressure. It's just a game." He feels that staying calm helps him succeed. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. And for Harrison Barnes, the scoring forward out of UNC, said he wants to model his game, Clark, after Paul Pierce.
Hey, that's not a bad guy to look to model your game after, boy. Paul Pierce knew how to get it done, and he wasn't overly athletic, but he knew how to play angles. He could get to his spots, and he was such a great mid-range shooter who developed into a consistent three-point threat as well. So I like that comparison or that aspiration for Harrison Barnes.
Here's Barnes following the score by Indiana. 6 to shoot. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Conley for 3. Allen with the rebound. Pacers trail by 8. Brogdon with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game again.
And you know, Kevin, his creativity really on display that night. I mean, he was threading beautiful passes everywhere.
Now here's Tatum. Over Randall. Tatum passes to Brogdon. Back to Tatum. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Davis, coming off a terrific season. Last season, put up about 28 points per, 11 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. And you know, pretty terrific numbers across the board.
Yeah, so many books in his library. He lights up the scoreboard on a nightly basis.
If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Well, you're maximizing your possessions. That's the critical thing here, and they've got to make sure the timing is right, though.
Now, here's Brogdon. Down low. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Randall kicks to Barnes. To the middle. Here's Conley. Murray with the defensive effort.
I can't explain what happened there, Kevin. I mean, he had the layup. Looked like it was a simple play. Somehow the defense threw him off just enough to cause the miss.
And the shot goes down.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They have the 6-point lead. Kenny?
Well, I think to shoot a high percentage, your offense has to be in sync. And in the first half, those guys were sharing the basketball, playing for each other. Now it becomes a matter of being consistent at it.
And that.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Nets leading by 6.
You know, after being in the cellar for a few years, the Brooklyn Nets have started to turn things around here. I mean, good young core to build around and add to, and I think things are starting to look up in every department.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for Indiana, Allen is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Murray. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Tatum in at the 3. And here is Brogdon following the three-pointer by Jokic. Shot clock at 5. Here's Davis. Cans the 12-footer. Davis has got 6. And Clark, the Nets during this turnaround, they've done a good job of positioning themselves.
Yeah, you can look at a number of things. One, taking on vets with bad contracts to accumulate assets. 2, went from lacking picks in the draft to having a lot of options. Those things, when you combine them, help you speed up the process of getting better.
Here's Barnes following the basket by Anthony Davis. And the baseline jumper, no good. Brogdon against Brown. Brogdon the pass to Murray. To the inside, Tatum. The shot that time, not on target. Good D by Barnes. Brown feeling it out a bit. And it's Jokic in the corner. Back to Brown. Fires the 3. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 5 here tonight. In the corner, Tatum with it. Passes it to Brogdon. Feeds it to Allen. Indiana moving the ball around. Got that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down to 5 on the bucket from Anthony Davis.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Jokic finds Conley. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And that's now 6 points for Mike Conley. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Indiana Pacers. Allen, that's good. Clark, if you need to win a Game 7, and you can't have KD or LeBron, but you can have any other one player in the league, who would you pick?
Wow, if you can't have either one of those guys.
How do you like that question?
There's a great list. Harden, Curry, Kyrie Irving, Kawhi Leonard when healthy. And I think you'd have to throw Russell Westbrook in there, too, for a one-game situation where he could just go with the abandon he goes with. But I think I'm going to hang my hat with Kyrie Irving since he was part of bringing a championship to the Cavs a couple of years ago, my hometown.
Randall passes to Brown. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Brown's got 6.
Brown extremely accomplished down low and worthy of respect as a result. Destroys whoever tries to guard him in the paint.
Now here's Murray. Down low. Here's Davis. Second chance shot, and he lays it up and in. Davis has got 6 here in this quarter. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Conley kicks to Jokic. Murray against Conley. The three from Barnes drops in the tray. He's got 7.
You can't give Barnes even a second because that's when he strikes and hurts you. A master at the catch and shoot J.
Murray against Conley. Murray outside. Pass to Davis. And they double up Davis. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Nets lead by 5. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense too, Greg. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Nikola Jokic, Jaylen Brown out there with Conley. Then it's Randall, and it's Barnes, and at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Randall with the bucket.
And you know, this is something Jokic does extremely well. He excels at finding the open man with quality passes.
Murray kicks to Tatum, and it's Davis finishing it off.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Now here is Conley. Pacers with the rebound. Allen's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And I love how his teammates have stepped up for him. He's struggling, but they're ramping it up and getting it done this quarter.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
Well, they don't have anybody to blame but themselves. Got to prevent them from getting good looks this late in the ball game. You got to come up with stops.
It's the Nets now. The Pacers making the shot. Here's Conley, and that one's on target from the wing. And the Nets lead by 3.
And never one to force the issue. Conley smoothly knocks that down.
Davis, good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Oh, perfect execution. The size mismatch was there, and they went right at it.
Not only perfect execution, how about perfect timing, too?
Buries it from 3-point range. And 11 points for Conley.
And he'll keep the D honest with his 3-point shooting. And when Conley's got that shot falling, it makes him much more effective as an all-around point guard.
Now here is Davis. And he gets the bucket.
Jamal Murray proving he's not afraid of the big moment. Big-time shot there.
Nets have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Murray against Conley. That's good from Randall on the assist from Conley. And it's 6 points for Julius Randall.
Calm when it counts. Randall has that clutch DNA.
And the Pacers call time here. They're down by 4. 1:42 left to play here in the 4th. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Michael Conley.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He told his guys they've got the green light to keep shooting from downtown. He told them, I like the way you guys are working out there. Keep finding the open spaces on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots. We'll see if they step it up from here, guys.
Now, here's Tatum. Following the miss by Michael Conley. Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Tatum. To the middle, here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Easy to understand why they turn to Jokic in these situations. He has a knack for cashing in on big possessions.
Now here's Here's Davis, and they double up Davis. Brogdon inside the line, sinks it, and that shot brings them to within just one.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing him deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it. How about the big-time clutch basket from Jokic? No backup in him, despite the major pressure.
Davis finds Allen. Yes!
And this has been a clinic on what not to do defensively. Just atrocious.
Yeah, I would expect both coaches to really get on their teams about adjusting their defensive mindset and execution going forward.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation.
Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a three-point game.
And, you know, he was a high pick in 2014. Randall played just 14 minutes as a rookie. Broke his tibia. But since then, he's bounced back nicely.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Nets. They've led by as much as 10. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And the vertical that Brown has is quite impressive. As relentless a finisher that you'll find in this league.
Timeout called the Pacers. They're trailing by 4. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
And they're going to have to score. Quick foul. Can't waste any time here.
Greg, one possession at a time, and really, as you said, it's all about clock management right now.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Wheeling and dealing in the pick and roll. Murray, an encouraging sign of him improving as a passer.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here. Tell you what, that's a clutch moment for him right there, delivering at a big time in this game.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. And here's Brogdon from the arc. The shot, no good. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. It was a fantastic. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg.